All right, guys. I don't know if you can hear me or not. I hope you can. I'm having a little bit of problem getting my guest in here tonight. So let's see if I can get this straightened out. Sparky's in there. Hello, Humanity Junction. Steve 87. Fred Wild. How's it going, guys? Sparky, did you get the link? I don't know why it's not letting me do a link to you. I'll try one more time. I don't understand why. SPARKY 107107 at yahoo.ca. What the hell? Sorry, guys. Somebody just popped in. Oh, there he goes. All right. Well, we got Sparky here.
Oh, I'm actually on the screen. I wasn't ready for that one.
Oh, man. I tell you, I don't know why, but every time I type your email address in, it tells me it can't be found.
Oh, I like it better that way. I'm just kind of incognito, right?
Robert Small, how's it going, buddy? Nice to see you in the Indian Head Valley Railroad. Nice to see you in here. Dwayne Fork and Spoon, nice to see you guys in here. I didn't get to do my whole rigmarole at the beginning, but anyhow, let's see if I can do it this way instead. There you go. We'll just run that for a while. All right. Marty M., how's it going? John Schoolkill River Valley, how's it going? Train Freak, Jason, nice to see you in here. Heath, nice to see you in here, buddy. Let's see who else we got in here. I know I probably missed a bunch of you guys. I don't know what was going on. I had problems. At first, I was in a private mode, and it wouldn't let me do a broadcast in private mode. Grandpa Rails, how's it going? James Galton, how you doing, buddy? Joe Rader, nice to see you in here. Joey Busek, nice to see you in here. All right, so let's see. Let me stop that banner going right now. All right, guys. Well, let's see if this is going to work out. Sparky, just hang out for a few minutes. I got a little business to take care of.
Did you send the other link to somebody else?
I tried, and I don't know what happened. That's what I'm saying. My email is kind of screwed up tonight. You can go ahead and send the link if you got it. Go ahead and send it to him.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know why, because he's in my system. When I hit John, it automatically came up with his email address.
Yeah, it should be okay. Drop me down.
All right. So anyhow, let me go ahead and take care of the rest of my business, and then we'll get back. Okay. If it works. All right, guys. So now I always do some shout outs here at the beginning of my show, and this is not any different tonight than it is any other night. So the first one we're going to do tonight is a man that actually I got off of Wilmer's channel on his Not Bad show. Name of the person is, let's see if I can get it over there and if it works. There you go. I guess I can do this for now. Dale Shipman, yes sir. And he, on his video that I watched, there was a Santa Fe -9 leads a manifest on his club's layout. Great, he's got great picture quality on this video, and also he's got awesome camera angles. You guys need to check him out. He's got 201 subscribers, and I'll probably get him up to 10 more if we need to, So let's go check him out, guys. Okay. All right. Let's get rid of him and do that. And the next shout out I got is, if I can get it up there, another one I believe that was also from Wilmer. And this person here, he's got a very, very cool technique on how he weathers boxcars. You need to check that out. And also, he's been doing a video on how he is modifying a Walters kit. Good luck. Anyhow, you guys need to check this guy out. His name is John Arthur. Now, John has 177 subscribers, and I guess maybe we can get him up to 200 tonight. You know, how many we got in here? We got 57 in here, 61 in here now. It only takes a few subscribers to get him up to where he needs to go, guys. So let's see if we can take care of him. All right. And finally, the last thing I need to do is thank everybody for super chats from last week. And I want to thank you guys, all of you. Okay. It's Grandpa Rail, Sparky 107, Container Man 68, Rick Bailey, Train Freak, Marty M, Possum Bayou, Kevin Brown, Hastings, BNSF, and Scale Modeler. Guys, thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. It means a lot to me that you guys support me so much. And like I was telling John and David earlier. Uh-oh, what happened? There we go. Yay! Got it back. Anyhow. So the super chats, thank you guys so much. I'll say them again. Wait a minute. Why is this all discombobulated here? I don't know. All right. Let me get that back down there. Something ain't right. There we go. That's better. All right. Let me just show those again because I didn't know if they got up there the first time. And so we got Grandpa Rail, Sparky 107, Container Man 68, Rick Bailey, The Train Freak, Marty M, Possum Bayou, Kevin Brown, Hastings, BNSF, and Scale Modeler. Guys, thank you so much. I really do appreciate all your contributions. And I was telling these guys earlier that I was going to take half of what my super chats was last week, and I am going to, after YouTube takes theirs out, I'm going to take half of that money, and I'm going to deduct that from Matt's build. So I hope that helps him out. Let's see. Let's go here. Dwight Curley, how's it going? Nice to see you in here. Train Freak, how's it going? Enfield, I missed that one. Enfield, something. I forgot. Let me see if I can get that back. Enfield Road Layout. Nice to see you in here, buddy. Michael McCarville, nice to see you in here. Grandpa Rails, Georgia Sunbelt, Anthony, nice to see you all in here. Jerry Satterial, nice to see you in here. All right, I'm going to bring one of my guests up. It's not really the guest I wanted to have this week, but I guess he'll do in a pinch. So everybody, meet John from Multimedia.
Wow, thanks for that great introduction.
I thought I'd give you a little bit of a hard time.
I guess I should be expecting that. I was the whole time I was thinking you were going to bring up the other guest.
Well, I'm going to leave him down there for a little while.
Hello. Hi, Vinny. Hello, everybody.
All right. Let's see who else we got. Joey Busek, how's it going? Steve 87 PSAP. I know I said hello to you earlier. Did you get your package today? You should have got it today, or if not today, you'll have it tomorrow. Are you a train man? David, how's it going? Nice to see you in here. Ralph Greenwood, thank you, buddy. I appreciate all the work you've been doing for me. And Wilma, Indian Head Valley Railroad, nice to see you in here. All right, let me do this here. Get a bigger screen. Yeah, there you go. All right, let's see who else we got. Bruce Giroux, nice to see you in here, buddy. 65 and 23. Thank you so much. I appreciate the input there, fellas. Let's see who else we got. Enfield Road Layout in the Loft. I'm sorry I didn't get that all right before. Highball Hogger, how's it going, my friend? Nice to see you in there. Drew Steele, nice to see you, buddy. Cupola Junction, how's it going, buddy? Nice to see you in here. All right, I think we should bring the other guy up for now, and let's see what's going on with him. Are you ready, John?
I don't know. Hold on. Okay. Okay, I'm ready.
Hello, Mr. Sparky. How are you, sir?
He's gonna start talking while he's still muted. Watch.
Say something there, Sparky.
My mic's muted.
Mark S., how's it going, buddy? Nice to see you in here, buddy. Rob, why are you naked for? Nice to see you in here. What do we got? 62 in here. All right, Sparky. Well, you know what? I need to make a couple more announcements, and then we'll get going with the rest of this. It is very important now that a lot of people are not getting notifications that we specify the live streams for the week, and this way we can keep the ball rolling, per se, I guess. On Monday night, we got Narrow Minded Monday. That's with Nate, and then we got Tom's Trains and Things at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. These are all Eastern Times, guys. On Tuesday, we got On Track Tuesday. On Wednesday, we got that meatball down there, Sparky 107, and we have Michael McCarville at 9 o'clock on Wednesday evening. On Thursday, maybe we get Hot Rod Rodney. I don't know. He's got a lot of storms down there, so I don't know what's going on. How's it going, Dave Strange? Nice to see you in here. And Matt, how's it going? Hey, Matt, do you see what's behind me there? Huh? That's yours, buddy. Make sure you watch the video tomorrow.
It's a pretty blue color, too.
Yeah. That is so funny. It's really funny. I didn't realize that the building is green and it would turn blue. I mean, it actually looks good in blue. It was one of the colors I was thinking of doing it, to be honest. Friday night, you got to deal with me, Piddle in the Marsh. Thank you, sir. That's Mark. He's over in the UK. John Tanzello, nice to see you in here, buddy. All right, where am I? On Friday night, you got to deal with me, and I think as per Sparky's live stream the other night, GFW, I think, is going to be doing live streams on Fridays, either before or after my show. So we'll have to look out for that. Very nice, Sparky. I like it.
That's for Container Man 68 throwing up that super chat there for you.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Oh, thank you, Roy. Thank you so much, buddy. I love you. Okay, Saturday we have 10 o'clock in the morning on Saturday Eastern Time is Back on Track. Sunday we have Nora, and this Sunday coming, Rainbow Bell is going to start a series with panels just like On Track Tuesday, and it's going to be called Sidetrack Sunday. I don't know the time, and if Ray is in here, please go ahead and post the time. I had not seen him in here, so I don't know. My announcements, and then we'll get to getting Sparky on the hot seat. Contest. My contest ends tomorrow night at midnight. So if you guys aren't entered, you have another 24 hours, a little more than 24 hours to enter. So get to it. And please go to the video, the official video, and follow the instructions there. I'm tired of running between two computers to find out if you guys are entering the contest or not. Unbelievable. My premiere video tomorrow is going to be over an hour. And the reason why is because I finish up the model for Matt, and I do the reveal in this video. So it starts at 12 noon Eastern Time. I hope to see you guys all in there to watch it. Now, my drawing was supposed to be next Saturday, the 12th. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do the drawing on that day because my young man that passed away a few weeks ago, his memorial is going to be next Saturday, and I am definitely going to go to that. So the drawing will probably be the day after on Sunday. And I'm going to talk to Robert Small about how we're going to do the drawing for this contest. All right, so that's all done. Yay! And I know I botched it up in the beginning. Sorry about that, guys. So if any of you guys have questions for I'm going to be roasting Sparky tonight. So if any of you guys got any questions to burn him with or ask him, go ahead and put it in the chat. And if I see it, or if John sees it, or if he sees it, he'll answer it. Let's see who else we got. Hi, Nate. How's it going, buddy?
One thing you could do is maybe get John up here. He's been mentioning a couple of his live streams are coming up shortly. He's going to be starting that crew lounge back up. So maybe he can tell us a little bit about that before you start roasting me.
Yeah, John, go ahead. If you have something that you want to announce and promote, go ahead and do it.
Oh, sure. I hadn't really thought about that, but I will if you'd like. Let me get my schedule here. So I do have a live. When was that, Dave? About 6 months. Well, whenever the COVID thing happened, I had to stop doing this because we were doing it live from a depot here in my area. And it's a panel discussion called the TSG Live Crew Lounge. And we're still not allowed to gather in that kind of setting. So I'm doing it live on StreamYard like this, where I'm going to have actually 5 different guests call in, and we're going to do a panel discussion about how people have been modeling during the pandemic, or how it has affected them, or if it has affected them. Maybe it affected them in a good way, like being able to get more stuff done.
Yeah, really?
Yeah. So that's coming up on September 20th, and we do those at 4 p.m. Pacific, which is 7 Eastern, and you guys can do the math to figure out the others. You caught me flat-footed. I was not expecting to even have to talk, really, but thank you for giving me the chance to plug that.
Yeah,
So September 20th, Sunday, 4 p.m. Pacific, and it's called the Crew Lounge. What's cool about it is it's just like this, where you get to ask the people questions in our live chat. So that's what I got. Thanks for giving me the chance. I wasn't expecting that. Thank you.
Surprise!
Yeah.
And let me say a little. I think I seen. Let's see. I think I said a little art earlier. I don't remember if I did or not. Possum Bayou, Rusty, how's it going, buddy? Nice to see you in here. Let's see who else we got. Okay. All right. So, Sparky. This is, in case you guys don't know, this is Meet the Live Streamers that Sparky instituted and drugged me along to get into it with him. Yeah.
Love it.
And I like it so far. It's been pretty cool, having chats with different people and stuff. Anyhow, how and when did you get started with live streaming?
I should have actually studied for this, because I asked all these questions to everybody else, but I haven't actually thought about the answers for myself.
Move closer to your mic.
I can probably turn it up a little bit too. But me getting started in live streams is basically when YouTube started their live streaming platform, I guess. And I just kind of thought, you know what, I'm going to give it a shot, see how it goes. And I think the first one only lasted about 20 minutes. It wasn't a great live stream at all. Had nothing planned. It was more of a surprise that it even worked. And then I thought, well, if it did work, I might as well do the next one. I'll do that on a Wednesday. And took it on for an hour. I went on for that. So just happened to become Wednesday Night Live Chats after that. The first ones, like, I was even on the road quite a bit for my job when I was doing some of the first ones, and it's actually done by my cell phone even. So a lot of things have changed since then, that's for sure.
It looks like Jason's going to be leaving, and someone else left also. Have a good one, Jason. Glad you could stop by.
They're sick of seeing me already.
Can I pop in here for a second,
Sure.
guys? And maybe the people in the chat can verify whether it's happening there too, but I'm having a really hard time hearing you, Dave. Is everybody in the chat able to hear him okay?
He just needs to move closer to his mic.
Right. Or turn it up or something, because when we were talking a little while ago, it sounded fine.
Yeah.
So just thought I'd mention that.
All
Yeah.
right. I do have one person that says he's having a hard time hearing and understanding Sparky. That was from JT1. Hello, JT1. How's it going? Chris Mitchell, thank you so much. How's it going, Tom? Tom Changing Things.
Yeah, Chris Mitchell's saying you need to read Container Man 68 super chat message. So you might want to go click on that so you can read it.
He says you need to read Container Man Super Chat.
That was Chris Mitchell.
Oh, sorry. Here we go. with this cover of the bill for Matt's builds. It'll help. It'll help. And I appreciate that, Roy. I really do. Joey Busek, how's it going? Ron Brights, nice to see you in here. Kevin, where'd that go? This thing goes too fast. Well, Kevin, I'm saying hello to you. I missed your YouTube name. Dave BNSF N-Scale, how's it going? William A, nice to see you in here. All right. Number 2, who or what got you into live streaming?
I don't think there was a who or a what. Like I said, YouTube started the live streaming platform, and I just thought I'd give it a try after, I think it was my second one. There might have been 20, 25 people in the live stream. And I thought that worked out pretty good to get everybody in the chat at the same time. And back then I could actually read the chat because it wasn't going as fast. So it was a lot easier to do the live streams too. So I just ended up naming it the Wednesday Night Live Chat, and a few people in the chat said, hey, we should do this every Wednesday. So I went with it. So hear me better now, John?
Or do I have to move up nice and close for you?
All right. So now we know who, what, why, and when. What do you like about doing live streams?
I'm not sure I like anything right now. I'm not sure what the picture quality is like for everybody right now. What I really like about the live streams is the interaction, for sure, with other people. When I first started doing them, I was doing projects, scenery projects, giveaways, and that's one of the things I really like the best, is giving things away and back to the community. When I first started my YouTube channel itself, it had a multimedia, and I just always felt ever since that I really needed to give back to the community as much as I can and as often as I can. So I love the contests that I can do live. I think it adds a lot more fun to a live stream, a lot more interaction, and to watch the chat just go crazy for about 4 minutes. I love it. So did that answer that, or did I get off topic?
No, you got it. Basically, it's the same answer that everybody gives, is they just like the camaraderie with everybody there. And for you, especially because you like doing those giveaways, and that's really great. And I'm trying to do the same, but it's not as good as yours. Let's put it that way. I like the way you do your contest.
There should be one coming up, maybe this coming Wednesday or the following Wednesday. I have to talk to the person that kind of sponsors my channel, so see that I can get that up. But it's been a while. So
I know I'm going to be doing this one here. That's going to be the giveaway for the anniversary cards, but I think I'm going to be doing one more next week or the week after that. That'll be a cash prize. So that I'm going to work out with my sponsor.
you can say your sponsor. This is your channel.
Yeah, I know.
I just figured I better not say mine.
Yes, with Yankee Dabbler. And Yankee Dabbler is also sponsoring the box cars that I'm going to be giving away, the anniversary cars. So, and like I said, guys, tomorrow night, midnight, is the end of the contest. If you guys aren't in, you're going to lose. And these cars are one of. You're not going to be able to buy them any place or anything like that. So, now that we know what you like about it, what do you dislike about it?
Well, the thing I'm starting to dislike about it, and I can't quite put my finger on it, is just the quality of my live streams lately. Like, I'm not sure what the picture's doing right now for YouTube. And John kind of explained it to me earlier today, is the picture I'm seeing is the picture that my camera's showing. So I see what my camera sees. By the time it gets to YouTube, and it's just, to me, every once in a while, right in this area, it goes really fuzzy. And I don't understand kind of why it does it. John's trying to explain it to me and all this other stuff. We're not going to get into it right now. But
no.
I don't like the quality of it. Now, I think a lot of my problems that we're having is I've got construction on the road for the last 2 months. and they hit the line for my internet, phone, and cable. All comes in on one line, and they hit that 3 times. Now it's been spliced 3 times, and the last time he spliced it, the cable he put on there is just an actual coax cable that you can go to the hardware store and buy. It's very small, so I don't think it's actually the proper size. Like the one that comes in the start in my backyard is probably the size of your 3 fingers. But why are you laughing? So I'm hoping that fixes my problems with my live streams and stuff like that. Everybody else's pictures and everything seem to be okay, but it's the technical aspect of it, because I'm not really a technical guru type of guy. I like to push one button and let it work, and it's as simple as that. If it doesn't work, I really get flustered with it. So.
Well, we all do when we have technical difficulties. Hello, Kevin Brown. How are you? And glad you can make it in. Alan D, I got your message earlier, and that will have to wait till next week. I already got my shout-outs done for tonight. Sorry about that. Let's see. Well, this is kind of going to be kind of a repetition of the answer you just gave. What do you have a worse stream? Did you ever have a worse stream?
I think some of my worst streams were when I was on the road working. So when I first started, I was using my cell phone for them. I was trying to put together a wood structure, and this community is awesome. They all came together. They were in the chat, and I'm reading off this little itty bitty screen and trying to make the live streams work at the time. And to me, those were my worst live streams, because to me, there was no quality to them. There was no product to them. I wasn't giving anybody anything except a place to hang out. And right. I'm starting to find that this community that's what they really like, actually, is the place to hang out. I think sometimes they could probably shut my ugly mug off and live stream would be fine. So just keep going. So
I believe you're right about that. I think it's a place for everybody to hang out.
And that's why I've started my Sunday live streams. It's just me out here. I'm in my shed anyway. I'm running the trains anyway, so I throw the GoPro on. It gives people a place to hang out. People can show up. They can ask questions in the chat. Other people can help them out. Scenery questions, anything in the chat, really. Like it's not a place for me to take part in the chat as much as it is me trying to run 8 trains at a time and not hit the floor with them. Exactly. I'll never do that one again, I'll tell you that. But
do you have a best live stream?
I can't put my finger on the best live stream, because like I said, it's a place for everybody to hang out. And to me, that is just the best right there. I don't think of myself as anything special, and I don't think I do anything special. So my best live stream, I really can't put a finger on just one of them. Basically, I like all my live streams that I give something away. That's my best live streams I can actually talk about. When I throw it up there and say, guys, guess the number between 1 and 100, HO, N scale. And
right.
The best is just watching that chat go crazy. So
I agree with that. That is like really crazy. I mean, sometimes even in the when you watch the replay, when the chat finally comes up, I have to like kind of click on 10 names, move down 10 names, click on it again, move down 10, just to see who actually won the thing. But yeah, I hand it to you. That's a pretty tough way to do a contest, but it is a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
And YouTube kind of screws around with that too. Like if you don't know, like if you're kind of new to the live streams and stuff, there's at the top of the chat bar, there's top chat or live chat. Mm-hmm. So if you hit top chat, you're not getting all the comments from everybody. You hit live chat, you get everybody's comments. So when you're watching the replay also, it also depends. Like some people say, oh, I won. And then you go back, but they were on top chat when they were chatting. So their guess actually, you hit live chat and it moves them way down the aisle in the guess, right? So that's kind of the one thing I don't like about it is my way is the only way, and who I say won. That was it. But that's kind of a YouTube wrench that they throw in there. And a lot of people don't know about that. And you guys right now, like look up at the top of your chat. If it doesn't say live chat, you're missing some of it. So
Dave BNSF N-Scale says the best live stream he ever seen was when the 4 of you guys were at my house.
That was an awesome one. All four of us doing a live stream at one time.
John don't know about that one. Was it last year? Was it last year or the year before?
Yeah, it might have been last October.
Anyhow, every October except for this year, Sparky's been coming down to Arizona and visiting with me. But when he comes down, I get a group of guys here that all live in the area, and we hang out. And I did my live. First I did my live stream, and then we did 4 live streams at one time while we were running trains on my layout. And it was hysterical. I was getting pissed off because the trains kept derailing. I picked one up, threw it against the wall. And this is all being live. This is all live, right? And yeah, that was a fun night for sure. All right, let's see. How long have you been doing live streams?
Streaming platform. So
Wow, if he was talking, I didn't hear a word he said.
It's going choppy again.
Why did-
Someone
Didn't
inside.
you?
Right.
So, okay, let me ask that question again because I did not hear the answer. How long have you been doing live streams?
There I am. I think I'm back. I've
Yeah,
been doing
there
the
you are.
live streams, like I said. Yeah, okay. So right when YouTube started, so it's pretty close to 3 years that I've been doing them.
Thank you, Anthony.
And we
Appreciate
got
that.
a super chat.
Love the meetups at Vinny's. Yeah, it is fun. Robert Flying Crow, how's it going? Randy, RDNT, nice to see you in here. How many we got? 67. All right, we're moving right along here. Would you tell someone what would you tell someone that if they wanted to start a live stream show?
Make sure your internet has high speed. Do a test. And the speed tests are free. Shut up, John. and that's about it. Like I have noticed a couple people and they're younger guys or whatever, but they try to start doing a live stream or whatever. They got really bad internet, very bad camera, audio is horrible, and they get on there and they're talking to the screen, and that's all they're doing. They have 3 people maybe. Their channel's maybe not that big, I don't know, but they're talking to the screen, and then it just goes blank, and they're doing this.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is, it really doesn't cost very much money for people to get set up to do a live stream.
No, nowadays it's pretty simple. You can use your phone. It's got very good quality to it.
Yeah.
And
Or if you have a laptop, it's got a webcam in it already, and it's already got a built-in microphone. And most of the time, the webcams that are built into the laptops are pretty good resolution. It may not be 1080, they may be 720 or whatever, but it's still good enough to do. I cannot take this little camera. I can't take this little camera, even though it does videos and stuff like that. I can't use it because the quality is cool.
yeah.
So the camera I'm using right now was under $200, and it's a good name. It's a Canon, but it was under $200. So I would agree with you the same thing. If somebody was going to do a live stream, that they ought to invest a little bit of money to get good equipment.
And I agree with Rob, but why are you -4? If you're going to do live streams and stuff, you have to have a good wig collection to start.
Yeah, that too.
But no, just make sure you've got a lot of people when they get internet and they don't understand it, they just get basic internet. And it's not good for doing any kind of uploading at all. To watch live streams and stuff like that, it's fine. But to upload, you're just going to be crap. And it's probably a good way to actually lose a lot of viewers. So,
Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate that, buddy. You guys' live streams are a ball to watch.
why my face must be all blurred again right there, right?
All right. I think this is going to be one of the last questions. Wait, let me see. Okay.
Well, you got a twofer going here. You got John, so we can start all over, right?
Yeah, I guess I could.
Probably everybody watched us the last time, though, Dave. So they already got my answer.
Damn, you remembered.
Someone else in the chat. Someone else in the chat said that their second favorite was when we were at the tower.
Yeah.
The live games. That was a
All
lot
right,
of fun.
Mr. Sparky, how did you come up with your username?
Okay, well, I've been asked that one a few times. So Sparky 107. So I am an electrician by trade. And when I first started out, my boss taught me a lot of tricks. Biggest thing is don't ground yourself when you're playing with electricity. That way you can touch anything that's live and you don't get electrocuted. So it's a very good practice. Don't you guys try it, period, unless you really understand electricity and everything else. But I could touch anything and not get electrocuted. So a lot of times I would take a pair of pliers, find a circuit, and I would just cut it, and you get a lot of sparks all over the place. Every electrician will tell you they've done it. I used to do it on purpose. So I started making up a email address, and I wanted Sparky. And of course, the email provider at the time came up and said, Sparky doesn't work. Try Sparky 68 or 112 or Sparky 10. And I'm like, I don't like any of those. And the last one was try Sparky 107. I'm like, no, I'm better than that. I'm Sparky 107. Everything twice. So nothing exciting, nothing train related at all, basically. So
well, this question, it already answers itself because I know what you do. But if you do a weekly show, would you do more than a weekly show?
That's a hard one to answer. I like doing the weekly shows. I like hanging out with everybody. I like the fact that it's always at 7:00, so it's a routine. And the thing I'm having a problem with now is finding the content to put up. Now, I know when I go to a live stream, if there's nothing in it that I really am satisfied with at the time, I'll click out of it and come back later. I don't watch 100% of it. And I don't want people doing that with mine. And it's like I said, it's getting to the point where doing it weekly is almost getting to be too hard. So maybe I do have to branch off and let somebody else take over one of the weeks, like start doing it every other week. I don't know. So would I go more than weekly? Well, like I said, I do the Sunday ones now, but that's just a hangout. That has nothing to do with me. That's just my trains running. I'm in the shed anyway. If they run, they run. I do a live stream. If they don't run, I pop up a video and say, sorry, guys, can't do it. But the Wednesday night ones, a week's almost getting to be too much. So,
all right, we have a question from Fred Weil. What's the news on the meetup for next year?
Oh, now I just looked that up. So I will. It is going to be in May. And hopefully this crap is all gone. But May 21st, 22nd, and 23rd, I should be in Strasbourg. So it is next May 21st to 23rd. Strasbourg Railroad, same place. And like I've said to a few people, it's my family vacation. I haven't been to Strasbourg yet, so I'm going to Strasbourg.
There you go.
I'll think of another place afterwards. So
and I'll be there with you, buddy.
That's awesome. And hopefully John comes out with Gary.
Chasco wants to know, will we get to see the final on the willow tree?
I have so many projects on the go right now, and just trying to get the track laid and a track plan done and running the trains to make it perfect. Like I've so many projects get put on the back burner, and that's the bad thing about them is they're always in my way. If I just get them done, then I could just move on and not have to move them around. But I keep moving this willow tree that's half done all over my layout right now. So we're working on it.
Roy Smith, how's it going, buddy? Nice to see you in here. I saw someone else in here. Who was that? Oh, Kevin, SF Raton. Glad to see you're in here, buddy. All right, anybody I'm done with questions for you. If anybody else got questions, John, if you have some questions for Sparky, go ahead and ask. And if anybody in the chat has questions. Shane Strange, how's it going, buddy? I did get your package yesterday. Thank you very much.
I just seen one there. Why are you -4? Sparky, do any of your coworkers know of your secret YouTube superpowers? And it's really funny. Everybody knows that I'm a YouTuber and I do videos on Wednesdays. I shouldn't say it, but this isn't my channel, so I'm going to, because my work is not watching this one. But I leave usually an hour early from work. And the big joke on Wednesdays in the morning tailboard, we all talk about safety and everything else, what we're doing for the day. And in the morning on a Wednesday, I'm like, okay, I've got a haircut today. And then I'll come back Thursday. And the new guys are looking at me and they're like, well, I thought you went for a haircut yesterday. I'm like, I did. I cut this one right here. It was just sticking up just a little bit. So they're like, okay, that's a little weird. And then, of course, next Wednesday, I got a haircut. So I got to leave, right? they catch on after a while. So, but I have railroad tracks that run right behind where I work. And I have posted a couple videos of that via and stuff like that on it. And the guys that I work with will tell me trains are coming long before I even notice them now. So.
Anfield Road layout in the loft. Sparky, what got you into model trains?
Memories. It would have to be childhood memories because my first train layout was on a 4x8 sheet. It was just a oval. It was a F unit, F7, pulling, I think, 3 cars in a caboose. But it was my dad's layout. Like, it was my Christmas present. My dad built it, put it in the basement, and I could watch it. I could never touch it. I could never play with it. I could never turn it on. And I just remembered how much fun I thought it was for me to watch it. So actually, I didn't get back into trains, I think, until I was in my 30s. I was married, and I ended up with 2 4x sheets in my basement, bought a bunch of track, and I remember buying this locomotive, and I've never found one since, but it was like super long, and it had 8 wheels on the front, 8 wheels on the back. It was like a DD40, but it was Burlington colors of red, and it wouldn't go around my layout, but I loved the thing. So just started that way, and it kind of grew. Of course, then I had kids and stuff like that. They all got put in boxes and everything else. Yeah, well, it would have been nice. Would have been. But the next thing that got me back into trains was moving here. Wanted to get into model planes, actually. Watching those videos on YouTube. And Amy went out and bought me 3 model planes. And I got looking at it, and I thought, well, these things got to crash. So I watched a video on a plane crashing. It was an F-14 Tomcat. Kid took off into the wind. Everybody in the group laughed at him. And this thing went to 1,000,000 pieces. And I looked at that and said, you know what? I don't want to be part of a club or any kind of hobby that people don't tell you what's going on. They laugh at you instead. So she went out and bought me a model train afterwards, and I've been hooked ever since. So,
okay, we got. I know I missed this question earlier from Bruce Giroux, but Bruce Giroux wants to know: ask what does Sparky want us to know that he thinks we do not think we know?
I have no idea. Bruce, I'm pretty much an open book. Like, I don't hide anything. Nothing's a secret here. Like, I start the train shed. I've thrown all the videos out for that. The family's starting to get in on the videos a little bit. My travels are always there. What I do for a living, there's nothing I really haven't told anybody. So.
All right. Well, again, has anybody else got any questions for Sparky? Because, like I said, I am done. I don't know. John may have some questions for Sparky.
Yeah, sorry about that. I've been trying to be quiet because it's not my interview. But I was wondering, how did you decide which places to go visit? Because you came out here last year. I mean, is it just the people that you know the most, or the people that you think you want to know the most, or what made those decisions for you? Like you said, you go to Arizona every year. Is it the travel? What is it?
It's not so much the travel. Vinny and I, when we got talking because of the flood, I guess, and we start talking offline and everything else, he actually became more of a friend than anything else. And once I figured out YouTube wasn't just a platform to put videos on, it was actually a place to make friends, I actually wanted to reach out and start doing that. So Vinny was one of the first people that I reached out to. And I got to say, it's got to be weird. I asked Barnabas Junction about this too. Like, when somebody calls you up and says, hey, can you pick me up at the airport? I know you've never met me, and you do it. This community is pretty awesome. Same with you, John. You and I just got to know each other through some of your live streams and videos and talking back and forth. And Facebook's also a pretty good way to communicate too with Messenger and thing like that. And it just got to the point where, hey, this guy's pretty cool. I want to go out and meet him too, and actually call him a friend. Everybody on here is pretty much a friend, but just people I really wanted to connect with, I guess. And I know that sounds really bad, but I also do the YouTube meet and greets because I want to connect with everybody. So don't take that the wrong way that I don't come and see you or meet you or anything like that. So it's just got to do vacations at some point. Pick the nicest people. I know they're going to show me around.
Hey, we got a question from our other brother, Container Man 68. What was it like to meet BNSF 69, 51, and myself?
Well, meaning to meet you, I don't know why, but I don't get starstruck for the most part. And people are just people. It doesn't matter if you've got, like, if you're a real movie star or if you're just Mojo on the street type thing. To me, people are just normal people. They all want to just talk normally and everything else. So to meet you for the first time was like, cool. Now we're like, let's shake hands. We're real friends. We're going to do this. And that was awesome. And then when Roy was kind of a surprise. Now, you set that up. So did Diana. I didn't know Roy was actually going to be at the place where I met him. And that was at Diana's place. So right. When I walked outside and have some fresh air, and he's sitting in the back of a car type thing trying to unload this, it's just, that took me by surprise, and I was really excited to meet him for sure. So
cool. Yeah, the three of us make like three musketeers.
Yeah, and we're getting John Dilly into that too. So
yeah, John Dilly's been part of the brotherhood now too.
That's the other thing though too, is like you said, I do go down to see you every October, or try to. John, I'm hoping to do like an every other year type visit out to him. Again, they're family vacations. Like the first time was me just to meet people, because obviously the wife and the kid's not going to come to meet strangers type thing, right? John could have been a killer. I could have been buried under a shed. Who knows? Like, so, but hopefully I get out again to meet John. Barnabas Junction's another one in the UK, and 2021, I'm hoping to take a trip out there and going to branch that off a little more and do Paris and things like that. So
I have a question. People in the chat are saying that you guys are the Three Musketeers. Which musketeer are you?
I don't know any of their names. And Roy is saying Four Musketeers.
Yeah, just make something up. Larry, Moe, and Curly, I think, are your guys the Three Musketeers?
I was thinking like Leonardo, Donatello.
That sounds like the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. So I'm the purple one. That's Donatello, I think.
Oh, wait a minute. Purple is my color, buddy. You can't have purple.
No, the purple one is Tinky Winky.
Oh. Teletubbies? Come on.
Two Stooges, Vinny, Dave, and John.
Oh, there you go.
I have another question. Why isn't John on here? Does he do something else on Fridays? He should be on the chat, shouldn't he?
You're right there.
Yeah, you're right there.
No, the other John Dilly's not on here. I don't see Grandpa Rails anywhere.
Actually, I should get him on here just to do an interview with him. He doesn't do John Dilly, JD, Grandpa Rails. He doesn't do live streams. He does videos with his grandkids and everything, but he does not do live streams.
Yeah.
So maybe we can talk him into doing that. Me and Sparky should get him up there, and maybe even get Roy in here. Get the four of us in here. That would be fun.
Yeah. There's a few people that are starting to do more live streams and everything else, and everybody, I get the messages in the background too of, oh, you should have this person. Oh, you should have that person. It's like, well, they've done 2 live streams. I kind of want to do the ones that are regular for right now.
Right.
I'm not saying that you guys are no good doing your live streams, because a lot of yous are. Everybody is, really, but it's and I tried to explain it the last time with my live streams, Meet the Modeler too, because we're all stuck at home, still can't do social outings, can't do the big groups, can't do train shows. This is kind of just a way to get in behind the scenes to really meet the person that is doing these live streams. Like a lot of times, Vinny, just because he does his live stream and he builds scratch builds, like, okay, well, what else about Vinny? Or John, TSG Multimedia. He does a kind of a hangout type thing. What else does this guy do or know or stuff like that? So I like to do a little bit of digging with these Meet the Live Streamer ones right now. So
Good night, William Bryant. Thanks for showing up, buddy.
I have another question, if I could.
Go ahead.
of course you do.
It has less to do with live stream and more to do with model railroading, and that is, there's a lot of different ways to enjoy model railroading. You have operations, you have building stuff, you have planning stuff, you have research, history, all the different things. Out of all those things, I'm curious to know which one or two, which ones do you enjoy the most?
I really like the history of it the most, I think. The problem I'm having is because I didn't think my layout through, I'm doing 3 levels. And the history part that I want to do is the St. Thomas Yard, where I grew up when I was a kid. The place was huge. Plus, I want to go back in time and add the turntable, the roundhouse, the transfer table. And like I said, the problem I'm having is 3 levels. I have to start on the top, work my way down, or I'm going to be stepping on my dream. So the history is the biggest thing for me that I really want to catch almost to the prototypical part of it. And then after that, I think would be more of the operations aspect. To actually run the trains through the yard, run them to a certain destination, drop off, pick up, bring it back. And because of the way it's set up now, my biggest and favorite thing is just running trains. If a train's running, I'm happy. So.
Got a question from Humanity Junction. Why HO and not some other scale?
Again, it all came from childhood memories. It was a 4x8 sheet that I had when I got one for Christmas. And I came from a small town, 6,000 people. I had a leisure world basically that sold books and hobbies and crafts. And I think there was one aisle with 2 shelves in it with train stuff in it, race cars, all this kind of stuff. So there wasn't an N scale there. There was an O scale there. There was HO. That was it. That was the only thing that was available. And I guess I was naive. I walked into the store, wanted to do trains. HO scale was it. I bought it. I built it. I ran it. And never really understood that there even was other scales out there, N scale and O scale or garden scale or any of that stuff.
Really?
Being in a small town, you don't see that stuff. And like a lot of people, it was a closet hobby for me. I was in the basement. I did it by myself. I didn't invite people in to see it or run it or take part in it. So the biggest thing that brought me into other scales, again, was YouTube. And watching on YouTube doesn't give you the full perspective either. Like you look behind Vinny right now, that's HO scale to me. So once you get to know the person, you don't know what they run anyway. So
yeah.
But,
and a lot of people say that about me. They always question on what scale do I model because of the way I do my camera angles and stuff. It always looks like it's HO. But what you see behind me is truly N scale. Let's see if we got any question. Let's see. Do you currently have a closet? Do you currently have a closet? Do you currently have any closet hobbies? That's Rob.
yeah. No.
Uh-oh, where am I?
Joey would like to know if you plan to ever dabble in other scales, even just a little.
I did start dabbling in the N scale stuff. I bought a layout. I bought an expansion pack. I bought a couple extra cars for it. I hooked up my DCC system to it. And I guess really you guys really didn't see too much about it. I think there might have been 2 videos with it. It was just too small. I couldn't do it. Even for my fingers to put them on the track and everything else. So I ended up giving the stuff away. So
yeah, he struggles when he comes to my house and tries to put stuff on the tracks.
Yeah.
Let's see. What's this? How can you tell what scale an O scale it runs when they tell you? You ask. Rob comes up with some awesome questions sometimes. And we forgot to pay him last week for being here, doing his comedy act, Sparky.
Yeah. Checks in the mail.
Grandpa Rails, thank you, sir. John, you got to hook yourself up with the camera and stuff so we can do a live stream with you.
He's got one. He's done a couple live streams. He did one with Rave the other night. So, and Rick.
Oh, I didn't see. I'm not getting notifications, so I don't. But now my
Well,
phone.
I was going to say, speaking of notifications, Vinny, you did get yours fixed.
Yes, I got it fixed today. It's on my phone.
Do you want to tell people how you got it fixed? Maybe they can do it too.
Well, I went to the settings on my phone. When I was on my YouTube channel, when I was on my YouTube page, I went to the settings, and in the settings, it said, I don't even remember what the heck it said. Let's see if I can find it right away.
Haha, hot seat.
Hold it. All right. So once I go to my YouTube channel, then up here with the three dots are, you click on that. It's not coming up right. No, it's not. It's not doing it for some reason. Anyhow, you click on the three dots. It's in the upper right-hand corner, and it'll ask you to click at the settings. And in the settings, you run down, and you'll see notifications. And you click on notifications either on or off, and that's how you do it. It's real simple. And I had to find that out through YouTube. I asked the question on YouTube, and it came up. Boom.
Yeah, YouTube's got everything on there. So
I'll tell you, man. You want to know something? You just ask YouTube how to do it.
There's a question for you, Vinny.
What's that? Where?
It says Humanity Junction is asking how come you call him Rob? Because Humanity Junction is Heath, and why are you making his?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that, Heath. Oops. Sorry. I know it's Heath. I mean, I've been talking with him for quite a while now, and I know it's Heath. I'm just sorry. I might have clicked on the wrong one. Who knows?
I'm sure they'll forgive you, Jim. Don't worry about it.
he missed that.
I know.
Oh, I know that, Roy. I could do a lot of stuff with this, but right now I'm not really in the mood to do that. I need to get all these models done, and I am stopping. I told Matt already that I am going to stop. His model is done. The next model I'm going to do after I work on my layout. And my layout's been sitting up there with the new construction and hasn't even been wired up yet, so that needs to get done. So all my fans that like my layout updates, that will be probably next Saturday. Well, maybe next Saturday. See, I don't know about next Saturday if there's even going to be a premiere video because of what I told you guys earlier. I'm going down to Tucson for the memorial for Eric. So I don't know what's going to be for next Saturday. So I might switch everything to Sunday. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah, I wish I could be there for that one.
Let's see. All right. Well, if there's no more questions, if you guys don't have any more questions, I think we'll call it quits. John, I appreciate you being here. Help me out with this. And Sparky, thank you for being my guest tonight. I appreciate that.
Click me down and put me in the basement. You can talk to John for 10 minutes. Maybe they got some questions and stuff for him too. Let him have a little bit of the spotlight anyway.
Well, I don't have to put you in the basement for that. I mean, anybody have any questions for John, now's the time to ask for that also. And he's got a live stream coming up. What'd you say, September what, John?
Oh, that's on September 20th. Yeah, 20th. It's the Crew Lounge. Something else to you guys, and I don't know if you've tried this, but I'll mention it now since you wanted me to talk about something. I tried about 3 weeks ago, to do a live stream with StreamYard like this, only I gave the link out to people and asked them to call in, and we just talked about stuff, and boy, was that fun. Talk about instant feedback. I even had a crank call. It was a lot of fun.
Well, see, the thing is, a lot of people say not to put the link in the chat because there's always some trolls that might get it and start coming in and screwing up your thing. So if I was to invite anybody else, I would do it via email. That's the way I would do it.
Do you know why I did it that way? Because you can see them before you put them on the screen.
Yeah.
So if anything goes wrong, you just click it off, And
Okay.
believe me, I had my finger on the button the whole time. There were people I didn't know. That was a lot of fun.
How far are you from Valencia?
I I don't know. Where's in California?
In California, yeah. You know where Magic Mountain is in
Oh,
California?
yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know where that is.
Yeah. How far are you from there?
If I were to drive there, and if there's no traffic, it takes about 5 hours or so,
wow.
something like that. I see someone on here is giving me some crap about the front loader that I did the product spotlight on today. Let me show you this, you guys. Let me find it. So I got this front loader. See that?
Yeah.
I called it a bulldozer on my review or spotlight. And
Oops.
I'll show you why. No. There was a reason why. Because if you search for that on Atlas's website, this is what you see. I'm going to show you this. I hope it shows up. Can you see this?
Yeah.
It's out of focus.
Sort of.
You see where it
There
says
it is.
bulldozer right there? Oops. See that right there? It says bulldozer. Yeah, there it is.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So that's what Atlas refers to the L150C as.
Uh-huh.
I know that's a front loader, but if you go search Atlas's website because you want to buy one and you search for a front loader, you won't find it. You have to search for the bulldozer. So bulldozers have narrower blades that look more like this, and they just push crap around.
Right.
Front loaders scoop stuff up and then dump it into the tippers, right? So
What's Sparky doing?
I don't know. Let's say
Somebody asked if I had Hornby stuff.
Oh, Hornby. Yeah.
So yeah, someone is mentioning here about how long it takes to get to or about where I am and stuff like that. If I go down Highway 101 to Highway 152 to Highway 5, I can get to Magic Mountain in about 4.5 hours or maybe 5 hours.
Now, is Magic Mountain the place I was talking to you about?
I don't remember talking about that.
It's the 7.5 gauge from Steve.
Oh no. Magic Mountain is a Six Flags park, roller coasters and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, okay.
So
I was just wondering how far it is because I have a friend that lives in Valencia that we visited actually exactly a year ago today.
oh, cool.
We were
I
out
think
there.
You
And
probably
I-
drive though, right? Over from Arizona?
Huh?
You drive over there from Arizona?
Yeah, it's a 6.5 hour drive.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. I mean, you leave if Phoenix is like pretty much in the center of the state. So you drive 2 hours in either direction, you're across the border.
Uh-huh.
So when I go to California, it's like 2.5 hours. I'm in California, and then the rest of the trip is going across the state to the ocean, really, because that's what Valencia is basically. But I was wondering how far it was because if I ever come out to see my buddy Jeff again, I might want to take a drive up and visit you. As long as you're
yeah.
out.
Yeah, you're welcome anytime.
I don't know if that's going to happen soon, but if it does, I might want to do that.
Yeah, that could be cool.
If you do that,
Oh, sorry. Go
I was
ahead.
just going to say, Vinny, if you do that, and he tries to take you on this long drive up the side of a mountain, and then you get out and you go for a walk to see some, I don't know, building.
Watch
and he
out
lets
for
you go,
snakes.
watch for rattlesnakes.
It's funny. I've been here in Arizona for 13 years. I have not seen a rattlesnake, and I have not seen a scorpion.
You're kidding.
I swear.
You must be
Not.
in the middle, dude. You've got to be in the middle of the city if you haven't seen either one of those things.
No, but I'm talking about when we go rail fanning. We're out in the desert.
Huh. Someone keeps asking if I'm going to review a micro engineering ladder switch system, and I don't really have any plans to. Sorry, I wasn't ignoring you, Everything Trains. It's just that we're having another conversation. I wanted to try. Sorry, Vinny.
No problem. No problem.
I can't believe that you've never seen one of those because my understanding, at least from people I've known who have moved, there's one particular guy I know moved from northern Nevada down to Arizona, and I swear every other day on his Facebook there's some new bug that tried to kill him. Scorpions. There was some other skimming bug on his pool that bit him, and he said it swelled up like you wouldn't believe.
Now, Marty M lives about 30 miles from me, and he says he sees scorpions all the time.
That's weird.
And it's like, okay, I have not seen a scorpion or I have not seen a rattler.
Huh.
Well,
I've
first time
even seen, oh, sorry, Dave.
Go ahead, John.
Oh, I was going to say, I've even seen rattlesnakes. I live close to, well, Dave, you know this. I live close to the hills out here. And I go hiking up on our trails up here all the time. And I've seen rattlesnakes a whole bunch of times. And one of the cool things, I think, about the snakes, and I think some people don't get this, is they don't want to have anything to do with you. You know, like that one we saw, Dave. As soon as it knew that we were there, I was gone. It was leaving. Yeah. It's like, I'm out of here. I don't need to sun myself with these weirdos around. He probably saw you coming. He's like, oh, it's that hoser guy. He might try to kill me or something.
And my sponsors giving me a hard time too. You have to go out of the house to see them, Vinny.
All right. Are you always inside working on your trains, huh?
Everybody thinks that. Even Roy says that. Oh, you never go out of the house, man. I go out. Just I don't broadcast that I go out, you know.
Well, no, the first time I was there visiting you with Vinny, we actually stayed at Diana's, and I was out there for a couple nights. She was always going on about the scorpion that's on her front porch all the time. Never did see it. Mm-hmm. And she's like, oh, snakes are everywhere out here. You got to watch for the rattlesnakes and everything else. Never did see one. Yeah. We saw the coyotes there. And, of course, me being a city slicker, I got my camera out, and I'm walking through the bushes and the tall grass. She yells over. She's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I saw some coyotes. I want to know where they went. She went, if you see 2, there's 5 more behind you, you dumbass.
We got those up in my hills too, and they're, unless you run into a pack of like 20 of them, they're harmless. They don't want to have anything to do with you.
Yeah. But Diana ended up doing a video the next day. I flew out, and by the time I got home, Diana had a video up of a snake where she parked the car. She lifted up a mat, and there was a rattlesnake under it. So I would actually stepped on the thing.
Yeah, that's the one thing you don't want to do. You don't want to step on a rattlesnake. You want to. That's why, you know, a lot of times I see people up here hiking on my trails, but they're wearing headphones, which I appreciate because other people throw a boombox in their backpack and you have to listen to whatever crap they're listening to when you're trying to be out for your hike, you know? It's like, I don't know why people are inconsiderate that way, but if you have headphones in and if you're not really paying attention to where you're walking and there is a rattlesnake there, that's how people get bitten. It's not, you know, they are not aggressive. They don't come after you. The snakes do not come after you. They're trying to stay away from you at all costs.
I can see a couple of my friends in the chat here are making fun at me.
Yeah. Thought you were going to roast me, huh?
Yeah, right? Here I am getting roasted.
Turnabout is fair play. I think I heard that.
Yes, right.
It looks like Wilmer was asking me a question about what's my favorite feature that I do in my channel. You know, it's hard to say, Wilmer. I've had so much fun doing all of it. Chasing Trains might be my favorite just because we're just goofing off. I mean, you know, ask Dave. You know, there's a lot of stuff that happens on our Chasing Trains trips that don't end up on the program because it's too raunchy, or, you know, some people wouldn't understand the humor.
I got a new appreciation for your Chasing Trains videos, and they have always been my favorite videos that you do put out. But to actually take part of it, and it's just a blast because, like you keep saying, it's more about hanging out with people for the day, because out of a video that you show 6 trains, that's 2 days worth of video and 7 hours each day type thing. So
do you know what's the best part though for me about the Chasing Trains? I mean, other than just going out and doing it, because that, as you said, is a lot of fun. It's that when I come home and I have to edit that whole thing together, I watch all of it because I have to pick what to put into the video, right? And it's like being there again. I could actually be editing a video, and this happened to me. I did four parts or 4 episodes of Chasing Trains when I went to Utah last year to go enjoy that whole promontory and the whole 150th anniversary of the Golden Spike. It was 4 episodes, and it wasn't until probably a couple of months later, or maybe a few months later, when I finally got around to editing those. And I would be sitting here editing on my computer. I'm sitting in front of the computer that I edit on, and I'd be editing it. And then I would come out of that zone I was in looking at the computer while I'm doing this, and I look outside and it's like, oh, it's cold outside. That's right. I'm not in Utah right now. I'm home. Do you know what I mean? It's like it almost takes you back to that. So I get to experience it more than once. I don't know if that makes any sense, but
Oh, yeah, it does for sure.
yeah, it's a lot of fun. And the other thing about chasing trains that you may have heard me say is it's not about the trains. It's never about the trains. And I could go out, we could go out, Dave, and spend the entire day looking for a train and not find a train and still have the most fun ever.
Because you see a pair of jeans hanging on the side of a fence type thing, and
it's funny you should mention that. I just recently shared that with. I have another group that I talk to every Tuesday.
Yeah.
We call it Taco Tuesday, and I was telling those guys about that because one of them was showing a fence on his layout that someone built. That's an amazing HO scale chain link fence. And I said, you really need some pants hanging off of it, because I thought of that. And they're like, what are you talking about? And I told them the story. And they said, oh, can you show me pictures? And I said, you damn right I can, because it's in the Chasing Trains video.
Yeah.
So I took a still shot of the Chasing Trains video and sent it to him. So
No,
if I ever go over to his house and I see pants on the chain link fence, I'll know what happened.
just to give a little background for the people that are kind of going, what are you guys talking about? We were doing the Chasing Trains for a couple of days, like hanging out with John every day is the Chasing Trains thing, because the track's around and you're there. So we're heading out to this one spot, and we're kind of sort of getting lost, but not really. And there's this chain link fence on the side of the road out of nowhere. And all of a sudden, there's a pair of jeans hanging off the side of it. And John stops and he's looking at it. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, there's a pair of jeans on that fence. I'm like, yeah. He says, how do you think they got there? I'm like, I don't care. He says, but I do.
I was just thinking, what happened? Did some guy was running away from someone and he tried to jump the fence and his pants came off? Or I see stuff like that, and I wonder how the hell did that happen?
Yeah, really?
To me, it was just some homeless guy hung their jeans up there to dry type thing. But nope, John had a whole idea out there.
There weren't any homeless guys there.
No, but
at least none that I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember what was happening when we parked in that van?
Yeah, no. Wasn't happening with me. I know that.
Yeah, wasn't happening with me either.
Jeez, if the van's a rocking, don't come a knocking.
That's exactly right. You can figure out video. We parked in the back area of a Costco parking lot in Sacramento, so that we could walk up to where the tracks were. And there were some people having a great old time in the van where we parked.
And we parked right beside the van, basically. We were like 2 car spots away from it. So it literally is rocking.
What was funny is we're pulling out like tripods and cameras and stuff. And if either one of them looked up, they're like, what in the world is going on? It's going to be YouTube.
And Steve 87 Sap says it's real fun when Elvin comes along. And I would agree. I was kind of hoping to get to meet him when I was out there. So hopefully next time. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if Alvin were to come, he would have to be all the way from, what was it? From Utah. So
yeah.
So I was going to ask someone on here, who's Alan? Yeah, I was going to ask Alan, who is Alan?
I don't know. And he thinks that this is not a model railroading channel, but it is a model railroading channel. As you can see, there's train sitting behind me, and you can see Sparky's Helix up there. So yes, this is a model railroading channel.
But this is a live streamer, so
yeah. So
there's a social aspect to model railroading that I think you guys get. Otherwise, you wouldn't be doing these live streams on your channels. That's another aspect of the hobby that I think a lot of people overlook, is the social aspect. Because, guys get together to do operating sessions or whatever, and they're not, they go there to run the trains, and that's part of it, but they're going there more to see their friends than they are going to run the trains.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you that when I went to the National Model Railroad Association, the National Convention last year, I did a whole long video that's all about the NMRA convention and that week, because they have the convention and then it's always followed up by the the train show, the national train show. And so the process that I had for that was to get people there to talk on camera about why they were there. And I got to tell you, more people than not said, I came for the trains and I came back because of all the friends that I made. So there's definitely a big social aspect to that whole equation there that I think does get missed on what's the word for it? I guess on some people miss it.
Robert Small, if you get a chance tomorrow, can you call me? I need to talk to you about something. How to get that in there.
And I do agree with what you're trying to say there, John. It's more about the people. Like one of the questions Vinny asked, or no, you asked me, is about going to meet people and stuff like that. Going to meet Vinny, every time I go down there, I'm meeting new people now. People are starting to learn that October, Sparky goes down. So if you want to meet Sparky, you're going to end up at Vinny's place or different things. And it was the same when I went to hang out with you. How many other people, model railroaders, did I get to meet? And same with Barnabas Junction for Jason. He took me to train clubs when they were closed and met so many other people, hung out with Stu from Valleybrook and things like that. It's not just about hanging out with the people that I classify as my friends, because I'm meeting everybody else and making so much more friends. So
the time that he was here, and we did that live stream with the 4 people, there were 9 people here visiting with us. So I mean, I have a pretty large couch, and that whole couch was just like totally filled with people.
Right. You know what I think of it as is that the trains become an excuse to hang out with your buddies. That's really what it is. You know, are they cool? Yeah, they're cool. Is it fun to watch trains, whether it's models or big trains or whatever? Absolutely. It's a lot of fun. But it's a lot more fun if you're doing it with your friends.
now, if you think how many more friends you'd have, John, if you had a layout.
Oh, I never thought about that before. People would be over here all the time. I don't want to have people over here all the time. You know, your home has to be like a place where you can rest and not have to be, because when you're out, you're also on, right? You got to be on the whole time. Look at this guy. I wore mine yesterday. If I'd known I get hiccups. If I had known that I was going to be doing this today, I would have worn my Sparky shirt today and my Rio Grande shirt yesterday.
Well, see, like I said, Sparky was not supposed to be my guest tonight. So the shirt was a last minute thing. When I found out he was going to be my guest, and I said, let me go put his shirt on real quick.
Well, I was a last minute thing too. Yeah, I didn't even know I was going to be on here today, but I guess I was the backup plan just in case Dave's camera pooped out on him or
something went wrong.
Yeah, something went wrong. So
I haven't seen anything in the chat that says I blurred out too much. So
yeah, I mean, the picture's acceptable. It's not the best, but it's acceptable. And like you said, it's from here down. It's all this down here.
I think it looks.
Camera pick on my mouth.
I think it looked better like that.
I know the way you like it.
Oh, that's much better. Oh boy, look at that.
Sparky, you have a fashionable shirt on.
Steamtown, baby.
Is that what it was? I didn't notice.
Oh, I can show the back of it, I guess.
Good night, Robert Small. Thank you for showing up, buddy.
Try to show the back of it anyway. Maybe.
Invasion. Oh, did you have those made up?
No, Wilmer did these up. So.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I was really looking forward to going this last May. It's too bad that stupid virus had to mess everything up for the past 8 months.
Really?
6 months or whatever. I lost track. I mean, it's funny. Just recently, as a matter of fact, I think it was just today or yesterday, I posted the video that I did with my friend Alvin about creating a paint booth using a fan like this one I have back here and just a filter and a box. And he made a legit paint booth out of this thing. And we did that last July. And I saw this video come up in my feed and I was like, God, that was a year ago already. And I have done almost nothing this year because of this stupid
right.
The stupid virus.
Well, it feels like we're doing nothing, but I'm always busy for some reason. So
Well, right, yeah, and that's happened to me too, where there's always some video meeting, or your friends are doing a live thing, and you got to be there just in case the one guy's camera doesn't work. But I've been busier in terms of just doing stuff at home than I've ever been because of all this social media and virtual meetings and all that stuff. But I got to say, though, that as far as going out places, I mean, we're starting to do a little bit of that now because enough is known about this virus that they're like, as long as you stay far apart and put on your little cloth mask and all that stuff, you're not likely to get, contract the virus. So we kind of just do that now, and I've actually been out. Once recently we went down to Watsonville, which is one place we didn't get to go, Dave, but we should have. And then Niles Canyon is going to actually run some steam trains here in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Right. So they haven't run since March either.
wow.
But they're going to run a few excursions. Just basically what they are is they're running at a lower capacity to maintain the distancing that they're supposed to maintain. They have to in order to do this. And so they're going to only run 2 sections basically on Saturday, 2 sections on Sunday. And then the following week, they're going to do the same thing. And we do have plans to go and race on one of those days. So there will be another Chasing Trains video out before too long.
Right on. I was just getting a little bit of a laugh out of Rob's one statement. He says, imagine when you actually do meet Sparky 107, 107, and his face is still blurry.
Oh, no, it's funny. You ought to have one of those masks made where it's just a blurred out thing. It'll look just like you. Oh, that's good. Oh, isn't that true though, Heath? I mean, that's one thing, and I mean, I don't know what's going to happen. Remember, I was talking about that live thing that we're going to do on the 20th, and talking about how the pandemic has affected people's modeling. And what I'm really expecting is for people to say, I have all kinds of time to do it now. So I've been getting a lot of stuff done. That's what I'm expecting people to say. We'll see. So I don't know.
Well, we got a few people leaving now. It's getting a little late over in the UK, so.
Yeah, I think I'm going to call this good anyhow. Like I said earlier, I appreciate both of you being here, John and Sparky. Good review tonight, buddy. And I guess we'll see you all next week. Thanks for everybody showing up. Thank you for all the super chats and super stickers and all that kind of stuff. And we'll talk to you next week. Don't forget my premiere video tomorrow at 12 noon Eastern time.
Thanks for the invitation, Vinny.
No problem, John. I like having you in the chat with us. It's pretty cool.
I'd like to throw one other thing down. I'd like to plug John a little bit more too. Well, that didn't sound right at all.
Yeah, that sounds really obscene. Don't come next year.
No.
That's the kind of plans you have. I'm not interested.
I'm glad you guys said goodnight first. Half the people left. So
That's the best part.
yeah. John does have one thing. Like I know I've got Patreon, and John's got a Patreon page too, with TSG Multimedia. And the one thing I really like about John's Patreon is he does a private live stream with a special guest. And I just wanted to say who you're having as a special guest on your Patreon page this time.
Oh, actually, that's not a bad idea because I am going to record it, and I will eventually release that as a video this Saturday. I mean, not tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow. I'm going to have Michelle Kempema from the Colorado Model Railroad Museum, who also is the patron on my Patreon. And she's going to, I have to call her this week and have kind of a planning call, but we're going to talk about things other than just the museum, because Michelle is a very dynamic and very smart person who, well, let me put it this way. For those of you who have watched my channel at all, my friend Alvin from Salt Lake City, he came out to Colorado last October when we went there, and she hosted us for a few days, actually. And when it was all said and done, Alvin called me up the next week and said something to the effect of, "You know that Michelle?" I said, "Yeah." He says, "She's more legit than legit pizza." There's a couple of inside jokes going there, but the sense is what he was saying was she's not just like a giggling person who that people wouldn't take seriously. She's a serious person who's really smart. She's educated, and she's connected. She knows all kinds of people, and she is super duper nice, and just was such a gracious host. So I want to get to that side of Michelle.
Yeah.
And have her talk about the more serious stuff, because I don't know if you know this, Dave, but she's involved very heavily in the tourism for the state. She sits on the state board of tourism.
Wow.
As a board member. So she's not just, one museum in a small town in the, in some outskirt of the state there. She's very involved with a lot of things. So
she's actually one person that I admire greatly with the hobby.
I do too.
And she actually makes me nervous because, and I'll say this in a second, but because of how smart she is and knowledgeable of the whole tourism, the models, the real trains, UP, she knows Ed Dickinson personally. Like, she makes me really nervous to think I could talk to her, because if I say something wrong, is she going to look at me like I'm an idiot type thing? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So the reason why I mentioned your Patreon page is that's the live stream you're going to do is with her. And for a couple bucks, you guys could get in on asking her questions and probably seeing me stumble, because I'm usually not part of that live stream, but I'm usually in one of his little caption boxes up there. So I'll probably stutter over a couple things that I want to ask her. So
yeah, but you just got done telling us earlier that you don't get starstruck.
yeah, she's one that her and Jennifer Kirk would starstruck me. So
yeah. Well, I can tell you that you don't have to feel that way, because she does not judge people, and she doesn't, you don't have to worry about that with her. She's as easygoing to talk to as anybody you'd want to meet.
Yeah,
So,
and she comes across that way too. So sorry, Vanny, yeah. I didn't mean to.
Yeah, Vinny's trying to sign off, and we're over here talking about Michelle
on your Patreon up there.
So. I could just hit the broadcast and that'd be it,
Yeah, sorry, Vinny. Well, I mean, Dave started saying stuff about plugging me, and I was getting nervous.
You don't have
to better clear that up.
Yeah, you got to watch your terminology there, Mr. Canadian man.
Yeah.
All right, for the third time, I'm going to say goodnight.
Bye, everyone.
We'll see you next week, guys. Thanks for everybody showing up tonight. Again, thank you, Sparky, and thank you, John, for being here. We'll talk to you later. Bye for now.
See you guys.
See ya.